blocked doorway. There wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Blocked doorway. What do you mean?
Is that a problem?
What do you mean there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Uh-huh. That door is the only entrance to the warehouse. Oh. Oh. How do they set that up and get out of the warehouse? See, so the problem Shaky's talking about is the killer couldn't have left. Oh. Oh, I didn't think about that at all.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened.
No, this is so weird. Did Nagito set that up? How?
The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
But they couldn't have been. Literally, unless it's like Monami, which I still think is too crazy of a theory to be correct.
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Yeah, nobody, like, you know, jumped out and pretended they were there the whole time. Like, everyone was clearly there before opening the door.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
But that's clearly what did it. Once we opened the door... Huh.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Did Nagito just set that all up himself? Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, there's only one person who could have done that. Oh wow. How many times are we gonna be brought to this screen to select Nagito for something?
This is my answer.
That's like the second or third time we've had to select Nagito in that setup.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Oh, this is so weird.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Do you think maybe he was planning on killing the traitor? And so, he set that up, but that still doesn't really explain how he got hurt. You know, like how he got stabbed all those times, and all that sort of stuff. That doesn't explain anything.
Huh?
Not just the victim. What does that mean?
He was the victim, and he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
I just don't think so.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
That would be insane. I just don't know how you pull that off. I guess he could slice his own legs. He could... I don't know. Could he slice his arm? Probably. I don't think he can then put the knife in his hand and then also impale himself with the spear. I don't know. Is that impossible? Maybe it's not. But it
His body
is...
was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Oh, he couldn't have bound himself up with the rope. Okay, that's why there's like no way. There's no way that he can get the knife into his hand. Well, the one on the right is burned. He could have free movement of his right hand, but he can't use his right hand to stab the knife into his right hand. So I'm still thinking it's impossible. Also, the fact that this is being brought up pretty early on in the trial makes me think that it's not the conclusion, but I'm just trying to think if there's any feasible way.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
I mean, he was pretty crazy.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Yeah, that's the part that I struggle with. I just don't think there's enough limbs for him to be able to physically do all of that different stuff.
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Also, what does he get out of committing a suicide? If he knows who the traitor is, or if he was trying to, you know, have the traitor get caught, I feel like either he would want to kill the traitor or create a situation where the traitor would kill him and then get found out for the killing and then voted out. I feel like he gains nothing. Based on his philosophy on how he, like, lives his life, I don't see any benefit to him committing suicide in this specific situation.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Yeah.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like I said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. I wonder if the burned rope is going to come into play, because they're going to say something like he doesn't have any, like, free hands. When that's not true. But then I don't know about how the knife is going to play a part into it.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Uh-huh.
That's obviously impossible.
Ah!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Yes.
tying both arms would be impossible.
Tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Uh-huh.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Oh.
How about if you use your teeth?
Teeth.
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
Oh, what in the world? Alright, so that did not go the direction that I thought it was going to. Our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct. Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Let's see.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Huh. Not
tying both arms would be
Monokuma
impossible.
plushie.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Monokuma panels. Oil later.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
By yourself.
You use your teeth.
Use your teeth.
Or if you use your front tail.
What?
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
What exactly am I saying here? For assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. Is it? Is that okay?
Actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Okay, I just needed to see if that was like... I don't know, he had a survival knife stuck in his hand, so he couldn't have tied himself up. I don't know if that was going to be a contradiction. I know that was a stretch and probably not right, but... I have to start shooting something at something. Because right now I'm not seeing any connection right here. Because my initial thought as to what was going to be what I was refuting did not show up. And so now I'm kind of restarting from scratch. And I don't really know where to go from here.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Duct
That's
tape.
obviously impossible.
Monokuma plushie.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Monokuma panels.
both arms would be impossible.
Oil later.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Impossible if you were by yourself.
By yourself. Is there any way to say
How about if you
that
use
he
your teeth?
wasn't by himself? Use your
Or
teeth.
if you use your front tail.
I have no idea.
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
I feel like I need to keep shooting the survival knife, and I don't know why. Is there any of these things that I need to absorb and shoot at something else?
To actually tie up your own
Tie up your
arms
own
and legs.
legs, arms and legs.
Obviously impossible.
Tying just the
Tie
legs
up your
is one
own
thing, tying
legs.
both arms would
You couldn't do much with the. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
By yourself.
be- You use your teeth.
I don't know. Can I not? Oh, can I not?
You use your front tail.
Oh, I can't.
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
I can't. Okay. I could do it the other way around.
To actually
Uh,
tie up your own arms and legs.
Tie up your own arms and legs.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Uh-huh.
both arms would be impossible.
Yes.
You couldn't do much with the free arm. It'd be impossible if you were
By yourself. Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. Is there a way to tie your arms and legs by yourself? If so, I'd like you to explain it to me. Alright, so I feel like that's probably not even the right bullet to attack.
tie up your own arms and legs.
So probably not that one at all.
Obviously
Oh wait,
impossible.
by yourself. Tie up your
Tying
own
just the legs is one thing, but
Monokuma panels, oil later,
both arms would be impossible.
burned rope.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Does the burned rope, like, mean anything?
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about
Did I already try and shoot that? Alright, I'm gonna just go...
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
I'm also running a little low on time. I think I'm just gonna start shooting everything at the first one. Oh, it was the burned rope.
That's wrong.
Did they just word it in a really weird way?
Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were.
Wait, I don't think the statement that he said, like, said that. If you were to, like, tie up your own arms and legs or whatever.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Oh. So I had it right. I already forget the exact statement that he used, but I'm kind of gonna blame the game on this one. I think I'm gonna have to see as I watch it back. But I clearly stated that I was like, oh no, one of his arms was free. I'm probably gonna have to refute that. And then I was looking for a statement to refute that with, and that first statement did not look like that's what they were implying. That didn't look like what Fuyuhiko was implying. It looked like I had to refute that he did it himself or something. I don't entirely know. But I had it right, but this game kind of presented it in a really confusing way, as far as I can tell.
Completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that.
Yeah, is there any other part of the rope that, like, was burned off, that, like, you could find as evidence? Like, any sort of burnt rope? Because I don't think there was.
But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap. The right sleeve? Because I don't think that was burned.
I see.
Okay.
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
Is it weird? I feel like I'm having an incredibly rough trial right now, but I'm kind of walking into all the right answers by accident, slash... I feel like I'm getting the right answers, but I'm having a really hard time, explaining them or getting them right, but I keep kind of doing it by accident anyway.
Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural.
Yes.
That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
There's a lot of setup to this.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, but now we're gonna have some other questions as to how that knife got in his hand. And then the spear as well.
That should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Okay.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
True, get your money.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up.
Yeah, alright, so the knife is definitely still an issue here.
To stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Yeah. Maybe he did some crazy flip. He threw the knife in the air and just, it happened to land face down into his hand. Or like, blade side down, but you know, I hope that's not the answer. That would be so funny though.
You tricked me. Give me that Benjamin.
I didn't give you a Benjamin! Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants some money back? What the heck? Akane knows how to get that money. She's gonna get her money whether you like it or not, Hajime.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Oh man, I think Akane's just the ultimate businesswoman. I think she's in for the wrong ultimate talent. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Is there? What is it? Ooh, I really don't know. I really don't know.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Uh-huh.
how did he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw
Grope.
the knife into the air,
Sonya brings up the thing that I said. The knife fall.
could he stab his hand that way?
Knife fall.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
I don't think so.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Ooh. Do I have something to... Oh!
And his right hand down on
Oh! Wait. Oh! What did he prop it with? Okay, maybe there's something else.
It's wrong?
Sorry, I just saw the blood on girder and I was like, oh, I didn't even see that was an option. That might be something. Hold on.
Even if Nagito's right
Monokuma
hand
panels,
was free,
no. Monokuma
how
plushie,
could he stab his
maybe.
right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air
No.
and let the knife fall,
Was the Monokuma plushie even an option? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna see if there's anything after.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
It might be this
His
plushie.
right hand down on it?
propped it onto what?
Onto what?
If he just propped the knife,
Yes.
he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up,
Wait,
your arms
what?
won't bend that easily.
Yeah, I don't think...
know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Yeah, I don't like that. Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it? This propping seems pretty interesting, like a pretty interesting theory.
Stab his right hand with his right.
If he threw the knife into the air, and
Uh,
it didn't fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife?
No, okay.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yeah, okay.
Agree with that.
I couldn't even read the logic of what they were trying to argue past this statement here, because they were saying something about using his left hand to stab into the... I don't... Like, how is he using his left hand for anything? So that didn't make any sense to me. So if that would have been right, any of that logic, I would have been completely baffled. This makes some sense, though.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up.
Oh.
He slammed his hand onto it.
Oh. Okay.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
This is all sort of leading to a Nagito suicide.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Okay.
I see. So that's the trick.
There's definitely still some things unexplained.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
You wish.
Eating plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
Okay.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
Okay.
Thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
Is it the spear?
The spear.
Yeah.
Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
I wonder... Huh.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Yes. The chain of events right now seems to be that he would have slashed his own legs, slashed his left arm, done the thing of propping the knife into the plushie and then stabbing his own right hand, and then maybe using some of that to do the spear thing, but I feel like also maybe the weird blood patterns in his left hand are going to have something to do with the spear. Was he holding the cord in his left hand? Maybe. And then he kind of tossed it.
If that's true,
I think I'm getting onto the right track.
he can't grab the spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Yeah, looking at where the blood patterns are, I think he actually was holding that cord, the spot with the blood missing, with his left hand. And then I don't really understand the mechanics of how it happened past that, but I think that has something to do with it.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution.
Is there? I don't know.
If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Sonia freezing.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Yeah, of course you didn't.
Like I said, if you got penetrated
You don't
by
need to say it
something
twice.
so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time.
No.
I need you recorded. For
No, you don't.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that.
Okay. So maybe it is just a suicide. This seems like it would end up being a really short class trial. There's gotta be something.
To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
Yep, that's how it usually goes.
But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
I wonder what that would be.
Monami sassing me?
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Hmm.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Yeah, okay.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
Okay.
No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
I feel like we're on the brink of proving that it is a suicide, though. So I'm interested to see how this is going to take a turn if it does.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Yeah, that was a jump to conclusions from somebody else, I believe. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
I wonder... Alright, so I don't know how the mechanics work, but if the spear was somehow propped up on that girder where there's blood, and Nagito is holding the spear with the cord on the left hand, can he let go of the cord, and then gravity just makes the spear fall into his, like, chest, like, stomach section, wherever it, like, stabbed into, and then some of the blood that was on his hand transferred to where that cord is, and then some of that blood is what got on the girder up top when it, like, went up and over. I don't know if I have the mechanics right, or if I'm explaining that properly. But is that how blood got up there? Is if you let go of the cord that had blood on it, and then it, like, went up as the spear went down, and then it, you know, blood got up there?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
Yes, let's.
That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right, we made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even now.
Alright, let's do this.
I'm interested that we've only had this type of thing, like, every single time. We haven't had any sort of, like, Logic Dive or Hangman's Gambit, anything like that. It's all just been these.
How did Nagito stab himself with
I didn't even look at the
Let's work together
options
and
here.
think this through.
Blood on left hand?
Spear stabbed Nagito.
Let's see, blood on left hand?
His was covered by the knife, right?
Yes.
He was only able to move
Oil
his
later.
left hand.
Torture.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Yes. Ooh, oh wait, I think I want blood on left hand.
His left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No.
Maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
Abortion with Sonia is freaking awesome!
I don't see anything that resembles the thing that I was saying. Nagito committed suicide, then he must use that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. So it's not his left arm? The only thing he could have used is...
Nagito stabbed himself
Duct
with a
tape.
spear.
Monokuma
Work together and think
plushie.
this through.
Mm-mm.
Spear stabbed Nagito.
Oil later, torture
His
wounds.
hand was covered by the knife, right?
Right hand was covered. Okay.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also
Tied up.
And that rules out his left hand.
I don't know. Maybe this doesn't? Wait. I don't think I properly got that off.
Teeth? And maybe he used his front tail.
The fact that they keep bringing up front tail, I know that they're kind of using it as a joke, but I can't... I think that could be something that they're trying to get me to do at some point. I want to try shooting the thing that I was saying before. There's no doubt he used some part of his body.
How did Nagito stab himself?
They're like trying to insinuate that it is this front tail.
Stabbed Nagito.
I don't
His hand was covered by the knife.
think it is, but, you know.
He was only able to move his left, but his left hand was also
Also tied up.
Rules out his left hand.
Okay, alright. After being able to talk it through, I was like, this seems similar to where I got caught up in last time, where I had the right idea, but
It's still too early to discuss
I had
the
a-
possibility that he used his left hand.
yeah, the last time when I had a hard time figuring out how to properly convey my thoughts. This one I think I found a little bit better.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand.
Yes.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
Yes.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off.
Yeah, and it's almost like there's another part of the spear that also has blood that suddenly cuts off.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain.
Yep.
Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Okay.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
Uh-huh.
There's blood on his palm, and the back of his hand. What was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
That is a great question. The blood splattered, gripping. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I see.
Alright, so I think I'm right on what I was saying.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Could you lay off of this front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
I don't know when Akane became, like, so horny, but this is such a random time for this to be popping up.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
Although, actually, I kind of feel bad for saying that, because didn't she, like, do, like, in her backstory, she was, like, coerced into doing, like, sexually suggestive things to, like, for money or whatever by her, was it her stepfather or some sort of older man in her life, I think? So, maybe, alright, maybe I shouldn't joke about it in the same sense, but I don't know. It just seems weird that it's been brought up multiple times this chapter.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Uh-huh. That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle.
Uh-huh.
Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, it's almost like maybe the spear strike from a good angle.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Did that give Chiaki the...
Yeah, like I thought.
Thing
It's
she
no
needed?
mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think.
Uh-huh.
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
There we go. Which section of the spear was he holding on to? The cord.
I see.
I'm getting this.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too.
Uh-huh.
Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Yeah.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Alright. I mean, this seems like an open shut case. How in the world are... Like, we haven't reached a halfway point of the trial or anything.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
Yeah, okay.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
No, not quite.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where the girder was, but, like, I imagine that there has to be some sort of beam, like, directly above that can kind of have it hanging down, ready to go. Nagito is gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?